Are you kind of feeling overwhelmed by the size of your home? Or maybe you're looking for a way to cut expenses without sacrificing your quality of life, the lifestyle you become accustomed to. And did you know that you are actually not alone? If you're a baby boomer, 60% of us have considered downsizing for these very exact reasons. So not alone. So that's why I thought in today's video I'm going to share exactly how you can downsize smartly without giving up the lifestyle that you love. And here's the best part: as a fellow baby boomer who has been through it all, and as a real estate expert, I've got some pretty good, I think so myself, if I can say so, insider tips that you do not want to miss about how you can get through this process with the least hassle and the least concern. My name is Ben Danholm, and I am, like I said, not just a real estate expert. I am a baby boomer myself, like many of you, if not all of you watching today. And I worked with countless clients who wanted to downsize and did it and have done it successfully. And I've actually, like I said, gone through the process myself, so I know what it feels like to downsize. And trust me, I know that downsizing can feel like it's a huge mountain you have to climb. But honestly, with the right plan in place, it can also be one of the most rewarding transitions of your life. So today I will try to guide you through the emotional, the financial, and the practical aspects of downsizing. So whether you are just starting to consider it or already knee deep in planning your downsizing process, I think there'll be something here for everyone. So hang on and stay with me for a little while. I'll try not to waste your time. And let's face it, staying in a large home can become expensive and physically demanding over time. Maybe many of the baby boomers I work with and I talk to, they come to a realization at some point in their life that they're spending too much money on heating, too much time on maintaining heating, cooling, yard, paint work, and everything else, and they spend more money than they need on property taxes, insurance, and again upkeep for a home they no longer fully utilize. I mean, I will even talk to people living in a two-story home who has literally not seen the second floor of their home in months. So definitely downsizing can provide a lot more than financial freedom. It also provides you with lower maintenance responsibilities, and it can, if done right, lead to a simpler and a lot more fulfilling lifestyle. That's the good news about downsizing, but there's a catch, because downsizing, as you will realize as you move down this path, downsizing is not just about packing up and moving. Many people I talk to, and myself included, underestimate how emotionally tough it can be to say goodbye to a home filled with decades of memories. But the good news here is that there are actually some strategies that can help you work through this, and so you can downsize with a lot more confidence and with a lot less hassle. So let's start to talk about the emotional side of downsizing first, because that is often, if not all the time, the hardest part for people. That is the emotional side of downsizing. Because you have to recognize the sentimental value of your home, because leaving a home where you built decades of memories is not easy. I remember one client I had one time. She lived in the house for more than 30 years. And what helped her get through the process was creating what she called a legacy scrapbook that was filled with photos and notes from family gatherings and everything that she'd done in the house. Another client I talked to had a farewell party to the house, a farewell gathering where friends and family came. They had some good food and they shared their favorite memories of the time lived in that house. Doing something like that might be what helps you, or just writing down stuff. Do whatever it takes, but you need to sort of start processing the fact that you are leaving a part of it behind. But one thing I think is really important to remember when you talk about memories in a house: the memories are not embedded in the building, the memories are embedded in you. So wherever you go, you will take the memories with you. Doesn't make it any easier at first to leave that house where you've been living for a long time. But truly, memories are in you, they're not in the house. Um, it's also really important when you move to start to prioritize at some point, because you might feel attached to some furniture, you might feel attached to some pictures, some decor, maybe even attached to the back garden you have. And you cannot keep everything. So instead of trying to keep everything, which really, trust me, is impossible, you might want to focus on what's truly meaningful to you in all these things. And it is pretty natural for all of us to fear the unknown, the things we can't control and the things we haven't experienced yet. So, but one thing that really can help is you can think of downsizing as an opportunity, and an opportunity for a fresh start with a lot fewer burdens and a lot more freedom, an opportunity that can open doors to more traveling, more hobbies, more time with grandkids, even more time volunteering, maybe more time tending to your indoor plants, or maybe to tending to a smaller garden. It's something that's a lot more manageable that doesn't take up all your time. All the things that you've been dreaming of, that's what you can probably achieve if you downsize the right way. But taking small steps is really important here, and focusing on what excites you about the whole downsizing process, what excites you about the future you might have in your new home, in your new environment. That can also help make the transition a lot smoother. So let's move on from the emotional side. I would love to spend more time there, but we can't talk all day about this. But like I said, make sure that you process that emotional side and realize that this is for a better future, a more relaxed future, a more fulfilling future. So let's get into the practical side. One of the biggest upsides to downsizing is reducing your expenses and sometimes reducing the work you have to put into a home. Because a smaller home would, for most people, mean lower mortgages, or in many cases, even no mortgage payments. It would definitely mean lower utility bills and lower maintenance costs, lower insurance costs, and lower taxes in most cases. And if you're on a fixed income, those savings can make a huge difference in what you can achieve with your lifestyle. I have had clients who were truly shocked about how much they saved over a year by simply moving to a smaller place. And some of them even realized that selling their larger home allowed them to retire earlier and pursue some long held dreams and projects. Because in most cases, remember, you are not only lowering your cost, you're also releasing a lot of cash that can be used for different things. So the equity that you unlock is something you can reinvest to boost your income. Maybe spend some of it on some of those travel plans that were on your bucket list, or focus on some new hobbies and whatever it is. New cash released from the sale of your home that you didn't really use that much or fully utilize, that can open a whole new world of possibilities for you. And when it comes to finding a new home, there are obviously some things you need to consider. What kind of home are you looking for? You should consider the different property types and figure out what works better for you. Are you more like the condo type of person? Do you want to live a almost completely maintenance-free lifestyle, at least when it comes to exterior maintenance? Are you looking for a townhouse where you might have a little bit of a yard, not as big as one that you just left? Or are you looking for a retirement community? Each and every one of these different opportunities, and a lot more that I didn't even touch on, they all have their pros and cons. So it's really important that you think through what's important to you, what are the pros that is most important for you, and what are the cons that you really definitely don't want to live with. For example, a condo offers a lot of low maintenance to almost virtually no maintenance, but it comes with higher association fees because it's got to be paid for somehow. Townhouses generally give you a little more space, but they might require some upkeep on your behalf. Retirement communities comes in all shapes and sizes, as condos, townhouses, single-family homes, but they also provide something that a lot of other communities don't provide. They provide generally a lot more amenities and a lot of more social opportunities, but that might not be what you're looking for. So you definitely want to check out those 55 plus communities before you commit to one, because they are very different in the way people live in there, and the amenities they offer, and the social opportunities they offer. So what I would suggest, no matter what kind of home you're looking for, as your next home in the downsizing process, is visit the places you've been thinking about. If you can, talk to current residents and get as much information together as humanly possible. And we can definitely also help with that. If you have any questions, we know a lot about these communities and we can answer a lot of questions about them. Another thing that really matters, this is real estate, so location does matter. Think about how close you want to be to family. Do you think you might want to be close to healthcare facilities? Would that be important to you in your senior years? What activities do you enjoy? Do you want to be close to a lake? Do you want to be close to a gym? Do you want to be? Are you fishing? Are you a golfer? So living on or near a golf course could make sense for you. If spending time with the grandkids are more important, maybe you want to stay close to the family. If they're spread out, what makes more sense in terms of which location makes more sense and makes it easier to travel to the ones you've there. Because if they're spread out throughout the country, you can't obviously be close to all of them. So you might want to figure out what airport is most practical for you to be close to. Another thing that I touched on before is essential services such as grocery shopping and hospitals. That might be something that you want to consider being close to as you're getting older. So, how do you get started on this? Well, I would suggest once you've sort of figured out where you want to go next, then I would start the decluttering process because that is probably the part that could take the longest. So start to declutter long time before your planned move date, and maybe focus on one room at a time because that makes the cutting task into smaller tasks is always easier. And then go have a system to how you determine what to keep and what not to keep. You can use the "Do I still use this? Does it bring me joy?" System. If it doesn't, let it go. You can donate it, sell it, or pass items to family members who might be able to make more use of and appreciate those items a lot more than you do if they don't bring joy to you anymore. Another method that works for a lot of people is the yes, no, maybe system. You have a yes pile, that's stuff you definitely keep. There's a no pile, that's the stuff you definitely don't keep. And then there's the maybe pile, which is the stuff you can't really decide right now. And then take a cooling off period, a couple of days, a couple of weeks, maybe even, and then revisit the maybe pile and maybe go through it as another yes, no, maybe, or just another yes, no period. And then eventually you'll get through the stuff and realize that what you have left is what you truly want and need to keep. And one thing that I found doing something similar to that is that you often realize that a lot of stuff you have don't really need anymore. You haven't seen it for years, and why would you keep it if you don't need it or want it anymore? And we have a team that can help you with that. We have a trusted network of experts that go range from estate attorneys to financial planners, but also people who are practical in helping with this. We have professional organizers, we have reliable movers, we have junk removal people, and they all specialize in helping people such as you and I in transitioning as smoothly and stress-free as possible when we're downsizing. So there's that. Let me know, and I can definitely put you in touch with some of these people. So, have you been thinking about downsizing? If you have, or even if you haven't, I'd like to hear from you. If you're thinking about downsizing, what's the biggest concerns that are holding you back? If you're not thinking about downsizing, why do you want to stay where you are? That's also interesting to know because I know we're not all the same. Some people definitely, roughly 40% of us have not think or even given it much thought. So whatever your thoughts are, let me know. Drop them in the comments below, and I'll personally reply to all of them. And also feel free to share your own downsizing stories if you have any. Also, if you found this video helpful, maybe give it a thumbs up and share it with somebody you know that who might be considering downsizing. You never know how much tips like these can help somebody take that first important step, and also they might find it helpful from you that you're sharing this. I also have something a little bit special for you. I wrote a free report. It's called "Learn How to Downsize Your Home and Budget Without Downsizing Your Lifestyle." This report is specifically made for baby boomers such as you and I, and seniors as well. And it is packed with a lot of tips, a lot of strategies, and some tools that will guide you through this whole downsizing process to make it a lot easier. There's a link in the description to download your free copy of the report right now. You can also text or email me if you want it mailed to you. We have a paper version of it as well. So if you, like me, like to physically touch things and read through things, then please feel free to email or text me, and I'll be happy to send you a paper copy in the mail. You can also obviously print the copy you're downloading. And also, finally, don't forget to subscribe for many more tips on real estate, retirement, and trying to live your best life in this next chapter. And if you do subscribe, I suggest you hit that little notification bell, because the little known fact about YouTube is that even if you do subscribe to a channel, They don't always tell you if somebody uploads new material, new videos. So if you hit the notification bell, they will tell you if there's new material. That doesn't mean that you need to watch everything I upload. And any criticism, anything that you can think of I could have done better with this video, please let me know. I would love to improve all the time. So thank you so much for spending some time with me today. As I said in the beginning, downsizing can seem a little bit daunting and like a big challenge, but first of all, remember you're not alone. 60% of us baby boomers are thinking about it. Most of us, the 60%, will do it. And with the right plan and the right mindset, it can actually be the key to unlocking the best years of your ahead of you. So until next time, take care, downsize carefully, and stay well. Thank you so much for watching. Bye for now.